part 2 of the great guitar build of 2023 Scratch Build. This is where it gets interesting. I'm gonna be building the body, and yeah, I've had this idea for a while and finally I get to do it. So I'm gonna be building a body, but on the inside for weight relief, I like to play with weight relief. I'm gonna be basically making some steps within the body, and then cover it all with plexiglass and use some binding and all of that. In order to make like these steps, I'm gonna be using my laser cutter to make a nice template, a set of templates. And like this, I can use the router to route out all these different levels. Difficult to explain, but you'll just have to watch. Okay, now it's time to cut out the basic shape and then refine that shape with help of the template and the router table. So now that our basic shape is done and I'm happy with it, it's time for me to start thinking about some binding. So I'm gonna route some channels on the top edge and the bottom edge because I think it always looks nice to have double binding. And yeah, I'm gonna use some ABS binding with some acetone. It's not my first time. I think that usually works out quite well. Okay, it's time for the weight relief. So this is where things get interesting. I am going to use these little templates that I made on the laser cutter and actually make some steps into the inside of the body. Those will then also be decorated with some binding. So I'm gonna use this router sled, which I built to yeah, just route out all these little layers. And yeah, I think it's gonna look nice. Okay, so this didn't go as well as I thought. Yeah, I think my router sled is not stiff enough, so there are some areas where you can see quite deep little marks here. Here I fell off, which is perfect because that's a part that is going to be seeable. I mean, most of it is going to go away because of the steps, but yeah. Here, for example, I need to fix this. So I'm going to use some grain filler mixed with a bit of wood glue, and I think that should be fine. That should fill it up nicely. And then after that, the templates are a bit more chunky, so they should not move around as much. And yeah. Okay, so now it's time to take this plexiglass and make it into a top or a control cavity cover or scratch plate or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now that I have rectified my little issue with the first layer, I'm pretty confident that I'm gonna be all right on the next layers. So let's go on with it. Let's route that stuff out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this simple little bridge, but in order to do so, I will need to, well, make a little island in the middle of the guitar at the right placement. So I'm going to use this little offcut that I got from a pickup cavity templates that I made. That's pretty cool because it's actually the perfect size to yeah, make that little island for the bridge. Yeah, and so I'm gonna do that. Time for some more binding. Lots and lots more binding. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how this turned out. So now I just need to scrape all of that binding down to make it flush with the wood. And yeah, let's get on with it. So yeah, here it is. I am so happy with the result. The steps look very, very nice. The binding also really accentuates these steps. There's binding all around, which is quite cool. Yeah, the weight has gone down significantly, which is also nice. Next up, well, in the next episode, I'm gonna be putting everything together and then adding some electronics, putting strings on, and yeah, it's gonna be very, very soon because the contest is almost finished. So yeah, see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, obviously, that would make me a very happy man. If not, that's fine too. Just, yeah, do your thing.